Okay, so due to the overwhelming success of my previous video, I've decided to do a follow-up and show you 23 features that you absolutely have to use on the S23 to make your experience better. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. The first thing is the quick action shortcut. So if you tap and hold on an app icon, you can see the quick actions you can take from there. Did you know that if you tap and hold on one of those options, you can put it on your home screen as a shortcut and quickly launch into portrait mode, for example? So if you tap on the app icon from your multitasking, there is an option to keep it open, which means that it will prevent the device from automatically closing the app when clearing out background memory. So the app will stay open at all times until you tap on stop keeping open. Okay, so by default, holding the power button is going to open Bixby. What you can do is go into advanced features and settings, tap on side key and change it to the power off menu option so you don't have to wake Bixby every time. The next thing is enabling multi-window for all apps. So as you may know, some apps including Instagram don't allow pop-up view or split screen view. What you can do is go into the advanced features, the labs, and enable multi-window for all apps. Now if you open Instagram and then from the multitasking you can tap on the app icon to open it in the pop-up view, and as you can see you're going to see a short pop-up message that says it may not work properly, but it works just fine. Okay, so now it's time for the S Pen. The first thing I'm going to show you is pretty cool and it works in the Samsung Notes app. So what you want to do is open the Notes app, create a new note, and write down an equation, for example. What you want to do next is tap on the back button to exit the writing mode. And then you want to hover your S Pen over the equation and it will recognize the equation and show you a calculator icon that you can tap and see the solution of your equation. This works not only with equations, but for example, let's write down an email like example@gmail.com. What you want to do, tap on back, exit writing mode, and the S Pen is going to recognize that this is an email. If you tap on the email icon, it's going to ask you to open your email application. And the last thing is, let's open the writing mode again. If you write down, for example, a phone number, let's take a random phone number here, a random Armenian phone number, exit writing mode, hover over the number, and as you can see you get the phone icon. If you tap on the icon, you're going to get to the phone app with the number you just wrote down. So another cool thing you can do with the S Pen is write directly in the input field. So if we go into the search, as you can see, you can write in the input field directly with the S Pen, and the device is going to recognize what you wrote, turn it into text, and then you can tap on search, and there you go. Okay, the next big thing with the S Pen is of course the air actions. So whenever you open the S Pen menu on the top, you can see the air actions. And what this does is basically allow you to use the S Pen kind of like a magic wand. So you can do, for example, I don't know, enter the clipping mode, so you can cut out parts of your screenshot, for example, or you can use the air actions whenever you're away from the device, for example, taking photos, to exit out of the camera or switch modes. Okay, so now to the upgraded and updated gallery, Samsung Gallery. What you can do is open an image, and then if you have a main subject in the image, tap and hold on that subject. And then, just like on the iPhone, for example, you can cut that object out, save it as an image, share it, send it in Messenger, or copy it. And on a Samsung device, you have the powerful Samsung Notes app where you can paste that cutout directly and use it as part of your notes. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so the next thing in the Gallery app is that you can actually add an AI-powered kind of portrait mode to any photo, even if you didn't take the photo in portrait mode. This doesn't work on all photos, but let's try it here. So tap on Add Portrait Mode from the gallery, and there you go. As you can see, the software is going to recognize where the main subject is and basically add a pretty buttery blur on the background, which makes the main subject stand out, and it works pretty well in most cases, especially with photos taken with the S23 Ultra because they're ultra sharp. There you go. Now, the next thing is the object eraser, which is hidden in the edit menu of the gallery. When you go into edit, tap on the three dots, tap on object eraser, and then what you can do is zoom into an unwanted object. You just outline the object, tap on erase. The S Pen can come in handy here as well. And then tap on done, and there you go. The next thing, again in the gallery app, again in the edit menu, is that you can actually create your own filters simply by providing an input image. So let's say you have an image that has a pretty cool filter on it. Maybe you download it from Pinterest or whatever. You add it in the filters menu, and as you can see, it basically takes the loot from that image and applies it to your photo. Let's try it with just one more. Let's take this car right here, and as you can see, this one turned out to be a much milder, but yeah, a pretty cool feature nonetheless. You can recreate the visuals of your favorite photographers, for example, if you take one of their Instagram photos and create a loot out of it. So the next thing we're going to talk about is customizing your lock screen. So as you can see, you have a pretty regular looking lock screen over here. What you can do is tap and hold on your lock screen, just like on the iPhone, by the way. And what you see is the different things you can actually customize. So if you tap on the clock, you can see you can change to different designs, like an analog clock or a digital clock, or remove the clock. You also have like different fonts, again, just like on the iPhone. But as expected, you do have a lot more customization options, so you can change the size of the clock if you want to. The next thing you're going to want to adjust is how you see the notifications on your lock screen. So by default, it's set to this icons only mode. What you can do is enable the detailed view, which I find much more useful, as it's going to show more information. Then if you want, you can add a contact information on your lock screen. So if you lose the device, somebody finds it, they can contact you. And then you'll notice that you have two app icons down at the bottom. What you can do is change, for example, one of them to another app that you use more frequently. So if you need quick access to the flashlight, for example, tap on done, and there you go. Okay, so the next thing, how do you get and how do you set video wallpapers, right? So I'm gonna show you how I do it using the Pexels app. So you search for wallpaper, for example, tap on videos, and then you adjust the filters to only show portrait because the display is a portrait in this case. Tap on apply filters, and then what you will see are different videos from creators all over the world. And what you can actually do is just download any of them. You can see download video. Just download it in the original size. You don't need the compressed sizes. So I have this one that I downloaded and I like it a lot. You can see it's a skyline with the cars moving on the street. What you can do is tap on the three dots in the gallery, tap on set as wallpaper, lock screen, and there you go. You can also trim the video if you want to. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is to customize your home screen. Tap and hold on an empty area on your home screen. You're going to see all these options. Tap on the gear icon, and then tap on the home screen grid. What you want to do is increase it to the maximum available option, 5x6, because it's going to allow you to put more icons on your home screen, and then do the same thing to the app screen grid, because you don't use it that much and it doesn't need to be like 100 pages long. And also you can change the folder grid as well from the 3x4 to the 4x4, because on this device the icons are pretty big anyways. What you can do is also check the other options as well. If you want to add the Google Discover page, if you want to enable the swipe down for notification panel, as you can see, because by default if you swipe up or down on a Samsung device, you're going to open the apps screen. The next thing you want to do is enable the brightness slider in the notification bar. So open up the quick panel layout from the notification bar settings, and then in the brightness control setting, tap on show always. So the next thing you want to do is to adjust the font size and zoom size of the device. Go into settings, display, font size and style, and then what you want to do is drop it down by 1 point, because in the default mode the font is just too big for regular use, and then drop the screen zoom to the lowest amount. Okay, so now over to the battery. Open up settings menu, scroll down until you see the battery and device care option, tap on that, tap on the battery option, scroll down until you see the more battery settings option, and here you're going to have a couple of different settings. You see the performance profile, you can drop it to the light mode if you want to preserve battery life, but what you want to do here is enable the protect battery option. So this is going to charge your battery up to 85% but help you preserve battery overall life. Now go back into the settings main screen, tap on about phone, software information, and from there tap on the build number 7 times, and what you're going to do is speed up your device, or at least how fast it feels. Now go back to the main screen of your settings menu. In the very bottom you'll see the developer options. Scroll down until you see the window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale options. So what they basically are the controls for the animation speeds you have in the system. Which we can do is drop it down to the 0.5, and now as you can see the device feels much snappier when going back and forth. You can also go nuts and turn the animations off, but it's not going to be very enjoyable, so I'd suggest the 0.5 option. Now what you want to do is go into settings, advanced features, and then open up the motion and gestures, and at the very top you're going to see the lift to wake option. So what it will do is similar to what you have on an iPhone. It's going to allow you to wake up your screen whenever you pick it up off the table. So let's see if we just unlock over here, enable lift to wake, and put the device down. Now if I pick it up, it's gonna wake the screen, which makes using the device, I guess, simpler. The next thing we're gonna check out is the live transcribe feature. What you want to do is go into the notifications area, tap on the 3 dots, tap on edit buttons, and then at the top you're going to see the live transcribe option. I already have it added to my options. Now what's live transcribe going to do? If you tap on that icon, it's going to open the transcription screen, and what it does is basically turn into text whatever it hears, and you can use it during meetings, for example, or during class to take notes, and it can come in pretty handy in different situations. What you can do with the text later, just copy the text, for example, and add it to your notes. Now the next, a pretty similar thing, is the live caption option. So what you want to do again is tap on the plus of the action buttons, add the live caption option into your notification settings, open up, for example, YouTube, tap on any video, and what's live captions going to allow you to do is basically generate captions from any video source or audio source, for example. And the coolest thing is that at the moment my device is completely on mute and it still can generate captions, and this can come in pretty handy in different situations if you want to watch a video at night, for example. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so what did we learn in today's video? That saying 23 things about the S23 is probably hysterical. The next video is going to be pretty interesting, so if you don't want to miss that, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching.